nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler while boys' laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, ever burn, fortunes laid. Sounds heartbeat in a dirt track to play. Speed 'em up, loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Speeding mud loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Fuel the fight.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rumble here from Eldora Speedway with the amazing Super Dirt Series, as this is our Night of Champions, the final race of the series here this evening. These drivers getting ready to jump up behind the wheel and try to chase down their championship hopes here this evening. Who will get it done? Who will pick up that championship here tonight? We'll take a look here at our point standings right there, so you get a good look there. Aaron Bowman coming into the evening here with a pretty sizable advantage, 26 points now between himself and Tanner Peak, the Peakinator. They're in position number 2 in the point standings. Derek Darnell currently in that 3rd spot, quite a ways back there behind him. I think he may be, out of touch here. I don't know if he'll be able to chase those guys down, be able to make up that type of points to be able to put himself into the championship here this evening, but anything is possible, and I don't do the math, so I can't contest whether or not that is true or not. So, you see Ryan Rubelman there in 4th. He's only a couple points behind Derek Darnell, so that'll be a good one to take a look at here and see these drivers getting ready and everything else, and see where Rubelman and Derek Darnell can finish off this season, and who can gain those points, or who can hang on to that 3rd spot there in the point standings. And then you see Ricky Lowe there in 5th, Diesel Jones back there in 6th, Torrey Boyd, Colton Jordan, Aaron McGee, and Richard Call our top 10 here in the points for this season, as qualifying getting underway. Drivers getting ready to hop out there onto the racetrack, as it's Aaron Bowman's championship to lose here in this one, as Tanner Peak and Derek Darnell are going to try to hunt him down and try to put themselves into that championship lane here this evening, trying to pick up that big championship. As yo, what's good? Cyrus Belt coming in, showing the love, says let's go Peakinator. John Haney says let's go Peakinator as well, and Blake Travis coming in says come on Peakinator. I love that we got that going. I love that we got that happening. Listen, if Tanner Peak makes t-shirts or anything else that says Peakinator on it, I want to copyright that. I need compensation for that. No, I'm just kidding. And that's definitely the Peakinator. He is the Peakinator, and he's looking to try to pick up a championship here this evening. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get it or not. It's going to be tough for him to kind of jump up and gain those 26 points that he needs to beat Aaron Bowman, as Bowman, the showman, he's just looking to have himself a good day at the Speedway. As right now, Aaron McGee with the quick time here on the Speedway. Quick time there for Aaron McGee. Kyler Bronson now in position number 2. Colton Jordan in position number 3. Richard Cole, Tanner Peak are in 6. Daniel Bradford, Ryan Rubelman, Noah Johnson, our top 9. Preston Argabost, they're in position number 10. Ricky Barfield, they're in 11th. Ricky Lowe in position number 12. We do see our championship hopeful, the 44 ride, the Star Racecars Bloomquist machine, the Slinging Dirt Series ride of Aaron Bowman, currently 4th quickest out there on the racetrack. He's going to take that car down pit side, hoping to get this thing fixed up. And back out there is the beautiful, beautiful Only Wraps machine, looking ready to go back out there and try to lay down an even faster lap time. Derek Darnell getting ready to start his qualifying attempt here. Is Derek one of those drivers kind of in that championship hunt, trying to hope to kind of work himself forward, trying to put himself into a position where he might be able to pick up a championship or maybe gain an extra spot into second, but he's definitely trying to hang on and hold off that car that's only 2 points behind him. Ryan Rubelman, Rubes Gaming number 47 rider. Ryan Rubelman currently 5th quickest out there on the racetrack here in qualifying. Derek Darnell right now has not put a lap time down, so we'll have to wait and see where Derek can get lined up here. Currently the 14th fastest. We'll see if he get a little quicker here on lap number 2 is the Common John Brewing Company number 86 ride, the Star Racecars machine, looking for a good starting position here this evening. Does he get any speed there on lap number 2? We'll have to wait and see. Doesn't quite look like it, so still scored in that 14th position. You see Cody McDonald now loading up, jumping out there onto the racetrack. There goes Derek Darnell, does get a little extra speed, jumps up into 11th, but still going to be 6 places back behind that number 47, Ryan Rubelman, who he's battling here for that championship, well, for that 3rd place in the championship with. Cody McDonald jumping out there, as well as the Star Racecars ride slides out there onto the Speedway, looking for a big run here tonight as well in the 28, as we got 15 drivers ready to rock and roll. And right now, it's Aaron McGee still with the quick time here in qualifying. So can McGee hang on to it and keep himself here at the front of the field, as Aaron Bowman coming in showing the big love with that share on the stream, coming in showing the love here this evening. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, as we're going to get ready to go to Green Flag Racing here in just a few more moments. The green flag about to come out. These drivers getting ready to go to battle and to duke it out here throughout the evening. So we'll have to wait and see who can get it done, who can put themselves up and into the winner's circle here this evening. As Merc Fox 2 says, sky is clear, track is full of tech, cars rumbling, drivers not grumbling. It's a perfect day for dirt racing. Yes, Sirski, lots of ads. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, ads are just, it's a Twitch thing, brother. Twitch just does its own thing over there. If you have Amazon, you can subscribe for free with your Amazon Prime account over there on Twitch, or you can check us out over on YouTube and Facebook as well. Facebook doesn't play any ads. YouTube partnership, we do have to play ads over there, but we hope that they don't play a lot. I don't think they play as many ads as what we normally get through Twitch. Twitch is kind of sporadic with it. Pretty sporadic with it, unfortunately. As we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Looks like we are going to have 3 heat races. Everybody will transfer through into our A main feature event. Nobody's going to get sent home early. They're all going to get an opportunity to race here in this A main this evening for our Night of Champions here this evening, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's Kyler Bronson. Kyler coming in, smashing that follow button, becoming a brand new follower there on the Twitch channel, coming in, smashing that follow button. NJ Speed coming in as well, dropping that follow as well. NJ Speed, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Kyler, welcome to the Peacemaker family as well, coming in, smashing those follow buttons over there on the Twitch live stream. As we'll get ready to rock and roll, Brian Bowman smashing the thumbs up over there on Facebook as we get ready to set these drivers loose. Heat race number 1 getting lined up here on the front straightaway, and it looks like it is the number 8 rider, Aaron McGee, who will start here in that pole position. To his outside, one of our championship hopefuls here is that 44 of Aaron Bowman, as Bowman will start there in position number 2. Tanner Peak supposed to start there in 3rd with Cody McDonald in position number 4, in Preston Arbogast, hopefully I'm saying that right, Arbogast there in position number 5 here for this first heat race. Now we're waiting for these drivers to load into the simulator before we get rocking and rolling. If they don't make it out in time, they will have to start from down pit road, and that's not where you want to be, especially if you're a driver like Tanner Peak, as there you go, Peak, the Beaconator, into this race here. The 913 machine getting ready to rock and roll from position number 3 here. You notice he's got to get up on top of the wheel. He's got to figure out a way to beat that 44 Ryan, gain as many points as possible, and maybe have a shot at stealing this championship away from that 44 machine at Aaron Bowman here this afternoon. As we'll get him stacked up, racked up, ready to go, as Stephanie McMillan Bowman coming in with that like on the stream. Ryan Rubelman, my boy Rubes, coming in, showing the big love with the heart reaction and the share here on the broadcast. How are you, Ryan? Hope good luck out there, brother. I know Rubelman is in a fight here this evening with Derek Darnell for that 3rd spot in the championship. Only 2 points separating our 3rd and 4th place drivers here in that championship fight, as Merck says, watch McGee hang that high side. This heat is about to be super fast. That Beaconator gonna rip and grip. Whoop, baby! He's gonna rip it and grip it out there on the racetrack, and we look forward to seeing it happen here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow, and subscribe button, as we're gonna get ready to set these drivers loose here from Eldora Speedway. Aaron McGee, Aaron Bowman, door to door out at corner number 4 is the first green flag of the afternoon is going to fly. Aaron McGee quickly onto the lap pedal, sends it down low, and he'll take that race lead down through 1 and 2. Leads us down the back straightaway all by his lonesome here through 3, and out at corner number 4 is the 44 of Aaron Bowman right there in tow, but McGee will lead lap number 1. Bowman, though, taking a look down low, and here comes Cody McDonald. McDonald right there ready to pounce as he slides up into 3rd. The Beaconator in the RR Promotions LLC, the 913, slides back to position number 4 on the racetrack. So the Beaconator back there in the 4th spot is Preston Arbogast back there in position number 5. Unfortunately, did not get the call here to start this heat race, as McGee at the front of the field being hounded here by Aaron Bowman and Cody McDonald. McDonald continuing to take peaks down low underneath that 44 ride, trying to figure out a way to get around Aaron Bowman here this evening, trying to figure out a way to get in front of him, and here comes Tanner Peak. Oh baby, he was taking a peak down low. Unfortunately, nowhere to go right there. Had to slam onto the binders without making contact there with the 28 of Cody McDonald, as Aaron McGee continues to lead here at Eldora Speedway. McGee out in front, Bowman there in 2nd. Cody McDonald, Tanner Peak, the only 2 drivers that have moved forward or backwards out there on the racetrack. 4 cars started this heat race, and we're looking to see 4 drivers finish this one, as the 8 of McGee out in front. So just trying to keep Aaron Bowman back there at bay, as Bowman looking to try to pick up this heat race win, trying to keep that separation between himself and that 913 of Tanner Peak, making it a little bit more of a gap between the 2 of them going into our 8-day major event in our championship night. Is out at corner number 3 and 4. We will see that white flag fly. Bowman gave it a shot, peaked down low, unfortunately could not get there, as Aaron McGee will pick up heat race win number 1. Bowman there in 2nd, Cody McDonald in 3rd, Tanner Peak there in 4th, and Argobost there in position number 5 to round out heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 is about to get underway, as these drivers getting ready to go to battle, as Stephanie Bowman says, let's go. Aaron Bowman, number 44. Brian Bowman says Bowman was drafting. He was drafting out there. I don't know how much of a draft he get here at Eldora, but we'll go with that. He was drafting, trying to draw him in there a little bit, trying to get back to his rear bumper to make that move. Unfortunately, just ran out of time there for Aaron Bowman, but he does finish his 2 spots ahead of that 9:13 to Tanner Peak, and that extends his point lead going into this championship race. So definitely mission accomplished so far for the 44 rider Aaron Bowman. As we get ready here for heat race number 2, starting on the pole in the Carolina Sim Sports, the Majula Speed Shop Plum Wild number 40 ride, that is Kyler Bronson to his outside. In the 47, it's the Rubes Gaming number 47 ride, that is Ryan Rubelman down on the inside row number 2. In the 15, that is the Slinging Dirt Series ride of Tory Boyd to his outside. In the Star Racecars only wraps BMS number 9 machine, that is Daniel Bradford, and bringing up the rear of the field in the 102, that is Ricky Barfield. 5 drivers all again will make it into the show. Nobody will go home early. They'll all get an opportunity to race here in our feature event as Kyler Bronson out of quarter number 4. We'll see that green flag fly quickly. Bronson onto the loud pedal, looking to try to open up the door and run away with heat race number 2. Quickly getting a couple car length advantage between himself and Rubelman. Rubelman trying to reel him in there in that second spot, but Rubelman still a car length or 2 behind as the 40 ride. Bronson will lead lap number 1. Tory Boyd there in third. The 9 ride of Daniel Bradford right there in tow, trying to keep that 9 right on the back bumper of the 15 machine as the 102 slides a little farther back here in that mid spot on the speedways. The Star Racecars ride there in that mid position, but it's all Kyler Bronson here at the front of the field here in this one at Eldora Speedway. Heat race number 2, and these guys are already putting on a show, man. We cannot wait to see these guys out there for this 8-main feature event where we put all 15, 16 drivers out there on the speedway together. It is going to make for some absolutely amazing racing. It's going to make for one heck of a show here to finish off the season with the Slinging Dirt Series. As Kyler Bronson and in front continuing to lead the way, continuing to keep this number 40 ride at the front of the field. Ryan Rubelman trying to hunt him down here. Inch by inch, getting in there a little bit closer and a little bit closer to that beautiful Carolina Sim Sports, the Dual Speed Shop number 40 ride, but Rubelman right there trying to stick with them, trying to hang with them, maybe see if he can get that draft that Brian Bowman was thinking of. As Bowman says, I like the colors of the numbers on Bronson's car. Yeah, the gold, you know, the flashy kind of chrome gold numbers definitely stand out a ton, especially I'm assuming at nighttime, man. That little bit of chrome highlights around the race car and everything else, and all the numbers gonna stand out like crazy. Definitely a beautiful looking ride. As the checkered flag this time at a quarter number 4, Bronson makes quick work of heat race number 2, and Kyler Bronson will pick up the win here in that second heat race as Rubelman, Boyd, Bradford, and Barfield will round out our top 5 there in heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 coming to a close as we'll get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 going to get loaded into the sim. Each and every single one of them looking for the win here in this one. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here from Eldora Speedway. Starting on the pole in the 08 machine, it's Colton Jordan. Jordan will start here in that pole position. The 08, the Carolina Sim Sports ride, will start there in position number 1. He was outside in the Star Racecars number 71. That is Richard Call. Starting in position number 3 in the 27 ride is the Charger Racing Chassis. That is the 27 of Noah Johnson to his outside in the Star Racecars. The Common John Brewing Company ride. That is the only wraps machine of Derek Darnell. Starting in position number 5, bringing up the rear of the field in the Vic Hill Racing Engines LightWave Star Racecars number 17. That is Ricky Lowe, bringing up the back of the pack here for our final heat race of the afternoon. It's out in front, Colton Jordan, Richard Call getting ready to go to battle. They're getting ready to duke it out here in this one as heat race number 3 is about to get underway. Can Colton Jordan pick right up where he left off after missing a couple weeks here in that number 8 ride? Unfortunately plummeted in that Plum wild card. car into, deeper into the field here for the point standings. Definitely was one of those drivers that was in that championship hunt. Same with Diesel Jones. Obviously, Jones not here again this evening, and the 8 rider Colton Jordan missing those few races, those few weeks. Fortunately, fallen farther back in the point standings. As Colton Jordan out at corner number 4 will quickly see that green flag fly, and he jumps onto the left pedal and looking to stretch out that lead as here comes Noah Johnson back there behind him. Noah Johnson there in position number 2 is the VP Racing Fuels ride. Then in that second spot, quickly making quick work of the 71 of Richard Call. Call slides back to 3rd as Ricky Lowe around the 86 of Derek Darnell. Darnell slides back to position number 5 here on the Speedway. A little bit of front left damage there as well for the 86 ride. I'm not sure if he got that with contact with somebody else there on the initial starter. He may have gotten down into the inside fence. As the 86 ride bringing up the rear of the field, out in front and stretching out his lead is this 8 ride of Colton Jordan. Jordan in the Carolina Sim Sports ride hard up into the outside fence. Heavy contact for him. Here comes the 27 ride having it checked up way up there for the 27 rider Noah Johnson as he slams into the back end of him there. He's able to keep on rocking and rolling. Not too much damage here for the 27, but it slides him back to 3rd as Richard Gall will continue that race lead. Ricky Lowe now back into position number 2 as Noah Johnson there in 3rd. Derek Darnell bringing up our top 4 as Colton Jordan taking the 8 ride down pit side after getting up into the outside fence. Unfortunately, tearing that right front to shreds. That car hard up into the wall. We will see him later on for our A-Main feature event, but not the way Colton Jordan wanted this evening to get started. As Richard Gall looking to pick up heat race win number 3 here on the evening. Ricky Lowe right there in tow, already up 3 spots here, starting back in that 5th position, now finds himself right on the back bumper of our race leader. As the LightWave machine takes a peek down low, we'll have one more time around the racetrack as the final time down the back straightaway. Here in heat race number 3 is out at corner number 4. The 71 of Richard Gall will pick up the checkered flag here in our 3rd and final heat race of the evening. Ricky Lowe there in 2nd, Noah Johnson back there in 3rd, Derek Darnell coming home in 4th, and Colton Jordan bringing up our top 5 there in heat race number 3. What a run and what a show right there for these drivers. Is Colton Jordan 18 coming in, dropping that follow as well over there on the Twitch stream. I appreciate that. Colton coming in, dropping that follow as well. Welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew over there on Twitch. Colton has, man, already some great racing, a lot of battling back and forth out there on the racetrack. And if you guys have been enjoying this racing action, don't go anywhere as our A-Main feature event about to get underway in just a few more moments. As go Cody McDonald. Cody coming in as well. Cody coming in, dropping that subscription over on the YouTube channel. Cody, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew as well, coming in, smashing that subscribe button over on our YouTube channel, as we are currently live not only over on Twitch and Facebook, but also over on YouTube, as well as we're live on all 3 channels simultaneously here on Peacemaker Gaming, giving you guys the options to watch and follow all your favorite drivers, and no matter where they are either on the racetrack in whichever platform you prefer. As we got a couple of minutes here, I'm gonna get a quick drink into me, and then we're gonna get ready to rock and roll here for our A-Main feature event. So don't go anywhere, as we're gonna crank it up here slightly for a couple minutes during our warm-up session. ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You guys came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. 50 laps of racing action here to finish off the season as the Slinging Dirt Night of Champions is upon us here. These drivers ready to go to battle. They're ready to duke it out here this evening. A couple drivers in contention here for this championship. We'll take another quick look at it right here. Give you guys a great look at what these drivers need to do, who needs to finish where, who needs to beat who to move themselves forward here in this championship hunt. And you see that number 44 ride is currently that driver to be here for the championship. Aaron Bowman coming into the evening with 26 points between himself and Tanner Peak. Peakinator trying to jump up here and beat him. Now, I'm not sure exactly how all the official points will play out with drop weeks and everything else, but what we know to this point, there's 26 points to make up for Tanner Peak. I don't know if it's within grasp, if he can get it or not, but we're going to wait and see how it all plays out. If he can finish in front of Aaron Bowman, maybe it'll be enough for him to get it done here this evening. We look at that battle for third and fourth. Derek Darnell, Ryan Rubelman. Only 2 points separating those two drivers here coming into this feature event. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting to see who can put themselves into the best position here this evening to try to win the championship or move themselves farther forward in this championship hunt. As out in front, Aaron McGee will start in that pole position. The 40 rider, Kyler Bronson, will start there in position number 2. Richard Gall will start there in third with Aaron Bowman in position number 4 and looking for more. Ryan Rubelman, Ricky Lowe bring up row number 3 with Cody McDonald and the number 15, Tory Boyd, bringing up row number 4. Noah Johnson, Tanner Peak, Daniel Bradford, Derek Darnell, Colton Jordan, and Ricky Barfield bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation here from Eldora Speedway as we are quickly green flag racing down the back straightaway. It's Aaron McGee who will lead us down through 3 and out of 4, and McGee will lead lap number 1 here in this one. Now 50 laps is a long time out here on the speedway. Do you go hard right out of the get-go trying to move yourself through the field and get towards the front, or do you take it easy? Do you keep it breezy and try to keep these tires and the fuel and everything else in your back pocket for late in this race? We can see this race go leading green. Zero caution flags. We may see this one never have that yellow flag, but if we do see that caution flag, one of these drivers a little deeper in the field, maybe they will take the opportunity to take it easier on these tires, trying to see them to make their way to the front later on in the evening. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be trying to use a little strategy here on the evening. As you do see these two drivers, Ryan Rubelman, Derek Darnell, door-to-door, and through on the racetrack. Rubelman will stay in front of Derek Darnell as Darnell will slide back here into the 12th position as the drivers right there in that 11th and 12th position. They are battling for that third place in points. Rubelman is 2 points behind Derek Darnell coming into this race here this evening. So it's going to be interesting to see if Rubelman can try to leapfrog him, jump into that third spot, and knock this 86 ride out of the top 3 in the point standings here tonight. As here we go, he's going to try to battle back. It's out in front. It's Aaron McGee who continues to lead the way. Aaron Bowman there in second. Richard Cole back here in third is Ricky Lowe, Cody McDonald. Noah Johnson now up into the 6th position as the 913 of Tanner Peak rolls there in 7th. We do see Colton Jordan back here in the 8th position in the 8 ride, already up 7 positions early on in this race. And one of those drivers that started up at the front of the field, the 40 ride of Kyler Bronson, who started in position number 2. He's down 7 spots to start this race. Kyler back here now into the 9th position. He could be one of those drivers trying to keep it nice and easy, trying to keep this car out of trouble, trying to keep all the fenders pointed in the right direction here for this main feature event. Again, Colton Jordan up into the outside fence. Caution flag on the speedway. caution flag out there on the racetrack as the 8 ride trying to work himself down pit road. You see that right front absolutely busted apart. He's trying to get this thing down pit road. There you go. He's lost that right front tire. It's falling off. Now the crew is going to have to go to work to try to get this car fixed up and back out there onto the speedway. A heartbreaker for Colton Jordan once again. Let's take a look back and see what happens here. Does it look like maybe a little bit of a tail tag as door to door down the back straightaway? Colton Jordan to the outside here of Tanner Peak. Trying to come up the racetrack, trying to get that good arc and that good line into the corner, and they just get up a little too tight right there, and it kind of just shoves the 913 into the outside fence with the 8 ride. So the 8 up into the wall, the 913 kind of gets sucked in there with them, and then you see him try to get this car into the corner, and it's just going to hit that front end a little bit more and just shoves this 8 machine up and into the outside wall. Tough break right there for the Carolina Sim Sports Majula Speed Shop number 8 ride of Colton Jordan, as this is the second time here this evening we've seen him get into that outside wall and get that hard right front damage. Let's see if we can jump right on board here. Helmet camera with Colton Jordan as yeah, just really nothing he can do right there. He thought he was clean and green down low and just trying to roll that outside fence, and unfortunately it closed up and gets up into the wall, and heavy damage there for that 8 machine early on in this race. As he's able to get that car repaired back out onto the racetrack, so he's going to get ready to go back to battle here on this one. Now finds himself, though, back in the 14th position, though, so a tough break there for the Wall Rider Photography Carolina Sim Sports number 8 ride, as the Majula Speed Shop machine will have to try to work himself back towards the front of the field, and it's about to get plumb wild here for Colton Jordan as he's going to try to work himself back up through the traffic. Is out in front, the green flag back out into the air. Aaron McGee, Aaron Bowman, door to door. Bowman goes for the slide jump here in 3 and 4. The big run, and we get a new race leader here at Eldora Speedway. It's one of our championship hopefuls, the 44 ride of Aaron Bowman, the showman, now at the front of the field. As Bowman jumps out in front, McGee slides back to second. Here comes Ricky Lowe, Noah Johnson, and Cody McDonald, our top 5 here on the racetrack. The 71 of Richard Cole trying to work that inside groove is the 913 of Tanner Peak. The Peakinator knows he's got one job to do here this afternoon. He has to try to beat that 44, and it's a tall task, as right now Bowman at the front of the field as we do see another caution flag fly. So the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. Looks like Ricky Barfield running into some issues in the 0-2 ride. Let's take a look back and see what happens here as he gets up into the outside fence. Heavy damage there for that 0-2. All by his lonesome, but we saw the 8 ride do virtually the same thing early in this race, and unfortunately heavy damage into that wall, and it just shreds that right front to pieces here. And you see that tire just hanging on by dear life. He's trying to get this car down pit side slow on the speedway, just trying to get it down there, and that's what will bring out the caution flag once again, as there goes his tire. So the crew will go to work again here. Looks like they got some quick fixes, and they're going to get that car quickly back out there onto the racetrack, back into contention here this afternoon. But I do believe he is going to be scored a lap down now in that 102 machine. So a tough break right there for Ricky Barfield. Yo, Bubba coming in, showing the big love again, coming in with the resubscription over there on Twitch. He says, let's go. Bubba coming in, celebrating the 16 months of being a part of the Peacemaker Sub Club over there on Twitch. Coming in big flex in there with the 16 gosh heckin' months of being a subscriber here on Peacemaker Gaming over there on the purple site. Coming in, showing the big love, as Brian Bowman says, Bowman airing it out. No, he didn't want to see that caution flag right there, but have to wait and see if Bowman can hold these drivers off, if he can get that big restart and keep all these guys back there at bay. As Kevin, Timmy, my boy Bubba, not only coming in flexing big over there on Twitch, but coming in showing the love with the like on the stream over there on Facebook as well. I appreciate that, brother, as these drivers going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. They're going to get ready to duke it out here once again, as down out at quarter number 4, the green flag back out into the air for Aaron Bowman, the showman, at the front of the field, getting a great launch and a great restart right there as he works himself back up to the high side groove here. Gonna roll that middle, but he is out in front, in another quick caution flag on the speedway. Another quick yellow flag as the caution coming back out here in this one. Some contact actually back straight away here. I'm not sure who all gets collected in this one, but looks like potentially Aaron McGee getting tied up here. So McGee, our early race leader and our pole sitter, unfortunately up on the high side. Looks like he's going to get a shot right there in the shorts from the 27. This is going to get him loose up into the wall. Tanner Peak gets collected. The 8 ride as things definitely did get more plumb wild here for Colton Jordan. The 9 rider Bradford in there. Kyler Bronson with some heavy damage. There goes Bronson's right front tire as well. Derek Darnell just able to avoid that. Maybe a little damage there for him. But Colton Jordan up in the air on 2 wheels, hard up into the outside fence. A bunch of drivers tore up here as the big one down the back straightaway here at Eldora Speedway. Let's take another look at it here. See this one in full swing as it gets started back here out at quarter number 2. A big run from the number 27. As the 27 ride gets this big run, gives a shot to the back bumper of the 8 ride. It just gets him loose and up into the fence and then back down into traffic. And from that point on, it's all like Donkey Kong here, and a lot of cars get tore up there on the racetrack. The pair of 8s right there, Aaron McGee, Colton Jordan tore up. We did see heavy damage there for the 9 as well. The 913 at Tanner Peak, Kyler Bronson, all getting tore up in that one as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing as Colton Jordan just getting back out onto the racetrack here. Ricky Barfield still scored a lap down as Jordan going to get back out onto the racetrack, but this car still has a ton of heavy damage. I don't know how he's going to make it around the racetrack there. It's definitely hanging that left front tire now as I think that front end of the chassis is absolutely tore apart as we are back to green flag racing. Quickly, Aaron Bowman, the showman, out in front looking to trench out that lead and take his advantage here. He's going to try to take a full advantage of this field, continue to try to stretch his way out in front, knowing that this is the night of champions and he has to basically finish in front of the 913 at Tanner Peak to win this championship. So far, able to get it done in our heat races. We're trying to get it done here in this feature event, and every champion wants to finish off the final race of the year here in Victory Lane. But everyone back here behind Bowman and the showman, they want to be up here in Victory Lane. They want to be able to finish off this season on a high note, and right now, Ricky Lowe, Cody McDonald, Richard Call, Tori Boyd, all trying to hunt him down as our top 5 right here, just behind our race leader. Kyler Bronson trying to work himself now around Tanner Peak as the Peakinator down low, gonna look for a slide jump, just barely. Oh, just barely over the nose right there of that 40 rider Kyler Bronson. Bronson might have been able to stay in the throttle let out though with the 913 squeeze up there in front of him. A good veteran move there by Bronson to allow that number 913 that room there on the exit of quarter number 4. As now some contact as the 8 rider McGee gets in too low, makes contact with the inside fence. Around goes Bronson, and the caution flag will fly here once again this evening. Oh man, this is a tough break for Kyler Bronson. We were talking about this 40 ride, you know, just trying to be nice, playing nice out there on the racetrack. And you watch this 8 ride here behind him. That is the 8 machine of Aaron McGee. McGee's going to get in here. Look at the contact down into the inside fence, trying to hug the wall a little too close. As he does, he just pushes his car up the speedway into that left rear quarter panel of the 40B, and around goes Bronson. So the Plum Wild Carolina Sim Sports Majula Say Speed Shop ride goes for a loop there in quarter number 2. Doesn't look like too much damage though for Kyler Bronson, so he's able to get that car pointed back in the right direction in a quick hurry. But quite a bit of damage there for the 8 rider Aaron McGee, who finds himself down pit side here for an extended period of time. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing as RPM Racing 78 coming in, dropping that follow as well over on the Twitch stream. RPM, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew here this evening, coming in, dropping that follow here on the broadcast. Stephanie Bowman says, oh no, they're hoping for the best here for this 44 ride of Aaron Bowman. Bowman, I think, is sitting pretty right now in the point standings, knowing that he came into this race with a 26-point lead advantage, was able to earn himself a couple more points than the 913 at Tanner Peak. I'm not sure if Peak can even pick up the amount of points he needs to beat this 44 ride here this evening. It's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting to see who will be our champion, but Bowman is sitting pretty right now, and the protest this Star Racecar Slinging Dirt Series Bloomquist Racecars number 44 ride here at the front of the field is once again, he will see that green flag fly, and quickly back onto the lap pedal. Aaron Bowman out in front, looking to try to run away. His contact back there behind him is the 28 rider Cody McDonald. Slides up over the nose there of the Vic Hill Racing Engines LightWave number 17 of Ricky Lowe. Lowe having to get onto the binders there to avoid major contact and damage between the two of them here. Now in a fight, almost 3 wide here for position number 3. And one of those drivers trying to peek his nose inside the top 5 is this 913 rider Tanner Peak. Here comes Beaconator, working himself up through the traffic now into position number 4 and looking for more as they continue to beat and bang and battle deeper in the field. 3, 4 wide around the racetrack. Drivers trying to work themselves up to the front here, knowing that this is their last opportunity to try to advance themselves in the point standings to maybe win a championship or put themselves inside the top 3 in this championship fun. As a little contact, the 913 up the racetrack almost into the outside fence. A great piece of driving, able to hang on to that ride. Now some contact. Tory Boyd is going to go around, and here you go. Pile up out of corner number 2. That is Richard Cull and Daniel Bradford also going to get tied up in this one. Heavy rear end damage for both of those drivers as contact down into corner number 1. Watch this number 913 ride. He's trying to get everything he can after getting shoved up into corner number 3 and 4. Tanner Pete trying to rebound from it here as well. Watch this contact. Him in the 17 or Ricky Lowe down into corner 3 right there. Some contact. The LightWave ride gets into the 913, pushes him up the speedway, up into the outside fence. Luckily enough for Tanner Peak, not too much damage there on that 913 ride. He's able to keep it pointed the right direction, able to put that throttle down, cuts down over the nose of the 9 ride of Bradford. He gets this big run down the front straightaway. So he's going to take this big run down low here, sends it in down on the bottom side. Unfortunately, he's going to clip that right rear quarter panel of the 15 ride of Tory Boyd, and that's just going to spin Boyd around here in front of the 9 ride, in front of the 40 machine, as well as Bronson going to get some damage out of that as well. And you can see the 15 and 71 coming together as they go backwards up into the outside fence. Heavy damage for all 3 of those drivers, and a bit of damage there as well for Kyler Bronson. Doesn't look like too much contact there for the 40B, but a little bit down and out at corner number 4. Or actually out of corner number 2. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. The car's starting to go down pit side with a ton of damage here. You see Aaron McGee, Colton Jordan, both down on pit road here. Tons of damage for both of those drivers as they're down pit side, trying to get their cars repaired, hoping to get back out there onto the racetrack, but unfortunately, multiple laps down now. As Aaron Bowman continues to lead the way. Bowman down out at corner number 4. We'll see that green flag fly once again here at Eldora Speedway. With 24 more laps left to go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to jump into our final Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up here with the Slinging Dirt Series is our championship night. Crank it up here. Cheer on your favorite driver and crank it up here in this one as these drivers are going to put on a show for us here during our Crank It Up. On the racetrack in the Beaconator. running into some issues here in this one. The Peakinator, unfortunately, looks like he is going to be a part of this caution flag. Is the yellow flag coming back out here in this one? And John, yes, the caution flags are real tonight. They are definitely real here this afternoon. Some tough racing drivers trying to get everything they can out there on the speedway. And unfortunately, sometimes mistakes are made, as we'll see this caution flag right here. The 913 of Tanner Peak trying to slide up in front of the 86 of Derek Darnell. Darnell gets a good run, though, out at corner number 4, and unfortunately, they just make some contact here, and it's just going to kind of jank the back end of this 913 right up, and as he does, it just really unbalances the 913 right of Tanner Peak. See Peak getting very sideways here, trying to correct it, trying to get this car pointed back in the right direction. Unfortunately, overcorrects it. The car continues to go around, goes up the racetrack, hard into the outside fence. Richard Call right there as well. Nowhere to go for Richard as he slams into the side of that 913 right. Heavy damage for all the parties in there, as all of them get some pretty heavy contact. Let's jump on board the helmet camera here of the 71 rider Richard Call, as he's going to get a great look at this one, trying to escape up top and trying to get around this 913 right. Unfortunately, man, not a lot of time to try to make up your mind on where you're going to go to trying to avoid a spinning out car, and unfortunately Richard Call got the worst end of that deal right there. Heavy damage for that 71 machine. As we will get them stacked up, racked up once again, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one as the laps continue to get clicked down. We're going to get going here and continue on with our Peacemaker Gaming crank it up, as we're going to get a quick little drink in here and go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out into the air for Aaron Bowman, the showman, out in front, and we'll continue with our Peacemaker Gaming crank it up. on the racetrack. The yellow flag coming back out here in this one, and that will bring it close to our final Peacemaker Gaming cranking up here on the season. And some heavy contact down underneath of our flag stand. We will take a look back and see what brings out yet again another caution flag, and it looks like Tanner Peak, the Peakinator, running into some more issues here. As we'll watch this 913 head down the back straightaway, looking to try to keep this 40 right back there behind him. Unfortunately for Peak, he is a lap down, and looks like he's going to get some heavy contact into the 40 rider. Kyler Bronson is Bronson upside down underneath the flag stand. Heavy hit right there for that 40 machine. Kyler Bronson going for a wild ride. As we'll take a look and see what happens again between Tanner Peak in the RR Cinematography number 913 and the 40 ride is contact right there. Looks like something breaking in the right front of that 913 right after already getting tied up in multiple wrecks here this evening. Looks like something just lets loose here on this number 913 right. Let's take another look at it here and see what happens between these two, as just heavy contact. A little slide jump there for the 40B, then something that right front breaks for Tanner Peak, and the Peakinator hard up into the wall himself, but the 40B goes up into the wall backwards and then up and over, upside down there for Kyler Bronson to bring out the red flag here on the Speedway. We have cleaned this up and gotten that 40B run. He is A-OK and back out of the race car, as we'll get him ready to rock and roll and get ready to go back to green flag racing, which is going to be a short stint to the finish line here. Only a few laps left to go left here on this season, as our championship night quickly coming to a close. Each and every one of these drivers, they are ready to go. They are ready to duke it out here for what could be the final restart here of the season. 7 more laps left to go for the number 44 Aaron Bowman to not only win the race, but potentially win this championship here this evening. As Aaron Bowman out in front, Ricky Lowe there in position number 2. Ryan Rubelman, who's trying to work himself into position number 3 here in the point standings. There in that 3rd spot has Cody McDonald working to his outside. Here comes that number 86, Derek Darnell, that driver in position number 3, coming into the evening in the points, knowing that he wants to finish right around or right in front of this 47 ride to keep himself 3rd in the point standings here this evening. Kyler Bronson back there in 6th with Richard Gold there in 7th. Tory Boyd back there in position number 8 on the Speedway. But it's Aaron Bowman, the showman, who's out in front, looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here this evening and try to pick up the championship here in the 2nd season here in 2024 for the Slinging Dirt Series Super Late Models. And here at Eldora Speedway, no better place to be crowned a champion here, as the star race car Slinging Dirt number 44 right at the front of the field, the only wraps machine taking the field for a walk here this evening, as he has been the car to beat once he got out in front, made the move to get around Aaron McGee. It's been quite a bit of contact, beating him back and battling back there behind him. Out in front has been the safest place here for Aaron Bowman, and he's proved it as he's been able to hold on to this race lead and now sees that white flag fly. So what final time around here for the 44, as Bowman, the showman, looking to pick up the championship for the final time here this season, down into quarter number 3. And out of quarter number 4, it's Aaron Bowman picking up the championship here with the Slinging Dirt Series Super Late Models here this evening, as Bowman will get it done, picks up the win and picks up the championship here at Eldora Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for that number 44 of Aaron Bowman, who's able to get it done here tonight in what was an absolutely wild evening of contact back and forth. Ricky Lowe doing a great job getting the LightWave Star Race Cars number 17 there into position number 2, and Kyler Bronson, who we saw just upside down moments ago, able to bring up the backup car and put that 40 ride into position number 3, finishing out our podium here this evening. But it's all Aaron Bowman. Bowman, the showman, coming home, picking up the win here this evening and putting himself into the victory lane here, in championship lane here this evening at Eldora Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for Aaron Bowman, the showman, here this evening, man. What a run, what a drive to finish out this season, man. These guys put on one absolutely amazing show all night long. That was a ton of fun. That was a great race from the drop of the green flag right down to the checkered flag, man. These guys never gave up, never gave an inch. They battled tooth and nail out there on the speedway. Unfortunately, hard-nosed drivers out there on the racetrack sometimes mean some hard-nosed contact out there as well, and we saw a lot of contact, a few caution flags, and a lot of tore-up race cars here this evening from Eldora Speedway, but it is Aaron Bowman who picks up the dub and puts himself into the winner's circle here this evening. We'll get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth with our top 3 finishers for their post-race interviews. Hey, Aaron, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I do. How's it going, buddy?
Sorry, I had to take a drink right there. Aaron, man, what a run, what a race. Now, I do got a question for you. Is that you with the webcam on, or did have the webcam on?
No, that's not me. I forgot. It's not.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I was just wondering because I wanted to make sure if that was you, we would get you up here with the webcam on. But, man, take us through this race. You had a goal in mind coming into this one with a 26-point lead advantage, knowing that you just had to basically run out in front and try to keep that 9:13 ride of Tanner Peak back there behind you, and it was mission accomplished right from the get-go. Obviously qualifying better than Tanner, being able to start there on the outside of the front row in that first heat race. You were able to get a good run there and keep the 913 back there behind you. The second place run in the heat race, getting that extra couple points going into this feature event, and then it was all you, man. Starting there in position number 4, quickly worked your way up to the front of the field. As once you got around the other Aaron in the field, Aaron McGee, it was lights out, man. You were absolutely shot out of a cannon and gone from that point on, as you kept all these drivers back there at bay, and for the most part were the reflection of perfection here all evening long, as you pick up not only the race win, but I do believe picking up the championship here in the season as well.
Yeah, man, we're sitting on the grid, and everybody in Discord was asking me if I was going to play it safe and ride around, and I told them lap 1. I said, I'm going to the lead, and I want to win. And we just hit the setup just right to run the top, and got lucky and didn't really make no big mistakes that cost us the right front or got in any of the cautions that were brewing there.
Absolutely, with a lot of caution flags, obviously a lot of drivers getting tore up, having a lot of issues, and using up their quick repairs, and getting eliminated from this race, being down pit side with extended a period of time with repairs down there on pit road, made it a little bit easier later in this race as the field started to thin themselves out. But you still had a lot of pressure here all evening long, not only on yourself for trying to pick up the win, picking up that championship, but Ricky Lowe, Kyler Bronson, Ryan Rubelman, a lot of these fast cats back there behind you trying to figure out a way to jump up here and knock you out of this top spot, to try to take this win away from you and make your night that much tougher here this evening.
Yeah, it was so the starts were pretty crucial because I was on a little bit more air, I guess, than most people, because towards the start of the race I could see I could pull them pretty fast. So my main goal was just try not to have any more cautions, because I was definitely losing my ground, and it got to the point where I was just having to run extremely cautious up top, and just making sure that Ricky couldn't get below me on the starts.
Absolutely, trying to keep Ricky Lowe back there, trying to keep these guys from being able to get those runs and get those big drives, to throw slide jumps or anything else where that could really put you into a dangerous position, right? Was that kind of going through your mind throughout all these restarts and everything else, just trying to get that big jump, keep them back there so they can't really start to slide you or work to your back bumper where it's pushing your car potentially to its limits and into a mistake out there on the racetrack?
Yeah, the nerves were definitely a little higher tonight. I really wasn't expecting to come into this season and win a championship. I don't know, we just got lucky and ran a solid season. I believe we podiumed every race besides the 3 that we won. So hopefully next season we can keep this momentum going and defend the Slinging Dirt Series title.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Aaron, a great run, a great drive here this evening as you're able to not only pick up the win here at Eldora Speedway, but you're also being crowned as our champion here in the Slinging Dirt Series. Season number 2 here of 2024, Aaron. A great run, a great drive, and a great performance from you here all night long, man. Who would you like to thank for that great performance, not only tonight, but all season long?
Dude, I have the best group of guys behind me. Like it's not even an exaggeration. Kazi, uh, Richard, Aaron McGee, Peak, uh, TJ Boyd, C. Brad, all those guys back at Star have made this such an enjoyable league. Just from testing throughout the week to us battling on race day. I honestly can't thank those guys enough for just all the hospitality and generosity they've given me over the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 months.
Absolutely, brother. A lot of friends and a lot of family tuning in, watching you here tonight as well. Cheering you on, cheering Peak on as you guys duked it out here this evening in our championship night, the night of champions here. As it was basically between the two of you here to pick up this championship, and you were able to get that upper hand early in this race and able to keep it here all night long. Aaron, congratulations on not only picking up that win, but picking up that championship, man. We hope to be back up in the booth making these calls and maybe watching you defend your championship again for the next season.
We can only hope, and man, I appreciate you putting on this broadcast. Like in my personal opinion, you're one of the top broadcasters we have on the sim, and it's always enjoyable to watch.
I appreciate that, brother, and I appreciate all you guys coming out there, each and every one of these races, putting on these great shows for us and giving all the fans in the stands something to cheer about. And as John said earlier in the YouTube stream, says my boy Peakinator out there saving the world one race at a time. I don't think it's Peakinator. I think it's Peacemaker that's out there saving the saving the world one race at a time. As Bowman, a great run, a great show here tonight, man. And you definitely earned that nickname, Aaron Bowman, the showman, here this evening. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the championship, and we can't wait to see you out there next season.
Yes, sir. You have a good rest of your night.
You as well. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there as Aaron Bowman picking up the win here this evening and picking up that championship, man. What a run and what a drive right there for the number 44. As Stephanie says, I agree. Yes, one of my favorites. I appreciate that, Stephanie. I appreciate that, Brian, coming in and showing the love here in this one. Always cheering these guys on, as Stephanie says, proud mom 44, Aaron Bowman. Well, mom, you got to celebrate here this evening with your little boy, as he not only picks up the win, but he also picks up the championship here this evening, as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher here, Ricky Lowe. As Ricky coming home with a solid second place run here to finish off the season, we'll pull him up into the broadcast booth as my boy Josh Peacock. Josh coming in, dropping that like on the stream. How are you, Mr. Peacock? Jacob Thomas coming in as well with a thumbs up here on the broadcast. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the love here in this one, as we'll get ready to pull our second place finisher up here into the booth. As John says, good race, fellas. Definitely a great race out there on the Speedway, John. That was a heck of a run, heck of a lot of fun out there on the Speedway, as we're going to get ready to pull Ricky Lowe up into the booth. Hey, Ricky, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Ricky, man, a very solid run, a great race here to finish off the season for you, as you parked that 17 right up here on the podium in position number 2, man, as you put on a show, battling hard here with a lot of fast cats there throughout the top 5, but there at the end, a couple restarts, a couple opportunities for you to try to jump up here and battle for the win this evening. Looks like you just couldn't quite get it done. You couldn't quite get the jump you needed to really put the pressure there onto the back bumper of Aaron Bowman here this evening.
Yeah, I was having to use my stuff up on the restarts just to keep, track positions. So, Bowman, he's a clean racer, a lot of talent behind the wheel, definitely a good hot shoe in our league. So, anytime you're chasing him, you're just using your stuff up lap after lap. But then I had Cody McDonald behind me, raced with McGee, a few of them. So you really got to be on the gas, heavy just to stay up front with those guys.
Absolutely. A lot of very, very stiff competition. We saw a lot of that, hard-nosed racing, a lot of that good hard drive that these drivers have, really clash here this evening with the abundance of caution flags there throughout this race, and seeing a lot of drivers get tore up, a lot of drivers run into issues where you get a little nervous there trying to not only work yourself up into position number 2, but trying to, avoid some of that carnage, not put yourself in a position where, you get taken 3 wide or anything back there for that second spot on the speedway.
Yeah, probably through the midway through the race, about lap 35 to 40, it started getting treacherous around the top. There was a brown streak. You really had to stay in and keep grinding, but everybody was kind of banging the wall and being there, a couple slide jobs. So, you fall back just trying to play it safe and get position for points on the final race of the season. And, just luckily come out on top. And Bowman, congratulations to him to the win. Hated to see everybody, up front that was there early, had some tough luck, but had my fair share of tough luck this year. Finally, things have turned around here at the end of the season and hopefully carried over to the next season.
Absolutely, brother. That's all you can do at this point, really, is, finish off the season strong. We thought maybe you'd jump up there and try to beat Aaron Bowman, even though Bowman was running for that championship. I know you wanted to get that win, man, to come out of here on a high note and still coming home with a solid second-place run. As I said, that momentum that you can kind of start to build from and hope to take that into the second season or the next season here with the Slinging Dirt Series as well. Ricky, congratulations on a great run. Congratulations on a great season as well, man. It's a lot of fun watching you guys battle out there, duke it out night after night here with the Slinging Dirt Series, and hopefully, we'll see you right back out there for the next one. And who do you got to thank for such a great run and great season here in that 17 ride?
Yeah, I'd like to start out by thanking Kazi and the Slinging Dirt Series. He's put a great series here together, and I think we're getting a good group of guys. And moving forward, it's just a joy to race with them. And, we had a race at Lincoln the other night. We had Connor New and a few of the, PWC license holders that, it was really fun to race with them. So I think the competition next year is going to be a lot stiffer, but definitely want to thank LightWave Enterprises, big sponsor on board, Big Hill Racing Engines. Definitely a big shout out to Star Racecars and Aaron McGee. He got me into this about 2 years ago, and it's just fun and competitive. I mean, I could only imagine it would be just like sitting in a race car. But again, and thank you so much for broadcasting these. I really enjoy going back and watching them. And I think as we grow on and we go forward and grow with this league, that we'll have something special.
Absolutely, brother, and that's the main goal here for every one of these leagues and everything else, man, is to keep on growing, keep on getting that much bigger and better, and not only, bring in, the better drivers into the league, but making all the drivers that were here for the previous seasons to, keep getting better and elevate their game as well to another level. And I think, bringing in some of the drivers even here tonight, when we throw in, Colton Jordan back into the mix, like what we normally see with him and Diesel Jones when he was here at the beginning of the year, but you throw Kyler Bronson in there, you throw Cody McDonald, and some of these other fast cats that showed up here tonight to play with us, really, elevated the game and elevated the stress here on the evening, though, for a lot of drivers. And I think that kind of contributed to a few of the caution flags. But as you guys start to run more and more together, really learn each other's driving styles, I think this next season is going to be, the best one yet for Slinging Dirt.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. I mean, you really got to be on the gas. I'm kind of a vanilla driver. I like to save my stuff kind of to the end and see if a caution will play out in a hand or two. And, especially if you're not up front in the top 3 positions. But with these guys, you're just on the gas every lap. So there's no maintaining, and you just hope to be there at the end. But I also want to give a big shout out to King Race Designs out of Australia. He's keeping my wraps looking fresh and clean. He just does an outstanding job. Unfortunately, he's busy with some sprint car stuff and, things going on over there. He's not able to do as many wraps, but if he's watching tonight, I want to give him a special shout out.
Beauty. Well, Ricky, congrats on the second place run here this evening. Congratulations on the great season as well. And we look forward to seeing you out there in the next season as well. And hopefully see you right back up here. More and more trips into the broadcast booth. And hopefully next season, a few trips up here into Victory Lane yourself.
Thank you.
Really enjoy the rest of your evening. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher. Our second place driver right there, Ricky Lowe. Lowe coming home there in that second spot. A great run and a great drive for him as we're going to get ready to pull in our third place driver as Like this has came to a close. Let's play this back a little bit here. There we go. Let's just get something like that going. There we go. And we're going to get Kyler Bronson up here for Bronson's post-race interview here. As let's pull this up, give you guys a good look at the official standings there as well on the screen. And we're going to pull Kyler Bronson up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Kyler, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. You got a copy?
I do. Kyler, man, a great run, a great drive here for you in this one, man. It was a lot of up and down, though, for you, man. We saw you at one point in time upside down on your roof on the front straightaway, but somehow or another, you're able to stick with it, get that car repaired, keep it in one piece here to bring it home for a solid third-place run here this evening, man. Take us back through this race. Take us back through all the craziness that unfolded around you and how you were able to finish this one off up here on the podium.
So I early knocked on the wall, then fell back to like 10th or so. Then I threw a slider on Tanner Peak with like 2 to go to try to get to Aaron, and Tanner Peak just never lifted and killed us both.
Yeah, Tanner definitely got into you there. I'm not sure if something broke in his right front or not, but definitely tough break right there. Obviously, quite a bit of damage. We saw you go airborne and upside down there, and miraculously, though, the crew able to get you back onto all 4 tires, get you back out there on the racetrack where you were able to kind of restart again, get rocking and rolling from about that 8th, 9th position, and all of a sudden, you kind of storm right back through him here, back up into that 3rd spot, showing that you had a very, very strong car, and maybe a car that could have competed with Ricky Lowe and Aaron Bowman for the win here this afternoon.
Yeah, I felt like it could have too if we would have just had one more caution once I got up there.
Absolutely, but you come up a couple spots short, but at the end of the day, still a great day here for you as you park it up on the podium, putting that 40 ride into position number 3 here at Eldora Speedway, man. After a bunch of hard hits, a bunch of hard luck out there, you're going to feel pretty happy about your performance here this evening with that 3rd place finish.
Yeah, I'm real happy about it, especially for it being my first race in this league.
Absolutely. First race and first podium here for Kyler Bronson as you park it there in that 3rd spot. Kyler, who'd you like to thank for such a great run and great performance here on the afternoon?
Hunter McManus, Diesel Jones, and Colton Jordan, Noah Johnson, and Preston Horbergast.
Beauty. Well, Kyler, congrats on the 3rd place run. Congrats on the first podium here with the Slinging Dirt Series. And hopefully we'll see you in here for the next season. And hopefully more and more trips for you up here into the broadcast booth. And maybe more trips for you up here into the winner's circle as well. As I know you're one of those fast cats, one of the young guns here on the scene. And I'm sure without a doubt next season you're going to be a threat for a lot of wins here in the Slinging Dirt Series if we see you come back.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I'm
Beauty.
definitely going to race it again.
Heck yeah, brother. That's what we like to hear. Kyler, congrats on the great run. Congrats on the great race here in this one. But, man, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Kyler Bronson coming home there in position number 3 here in this one. As the Peakinator up in the chat says, I do. As the league owner says, brother, want a shit show? Get a shit show. Screen blacked out. Can't help it. Yeah, that's a tough one, brother. That's a tough one. You never know. You never know what happens out there. You know, I normally like to say, something broke there. It's unfortunate contact, but it happens. It's just good, hard racing out there on the racetrack. And, unfortunate contact. And unfortunately, it happens in real life, in iRacing, and pretty much everything every single day, man. Accidents happen out there. And, unfortunately, for Tanner himself, battling, trying to compete for a championship here this evening. Unfortunately, those plans kind of go out the window, and for Kyler still being able to keep on racing, even though he went upside down, able to battle back and still finish off the evening there with a solid 3rd place run, man. It was a lot of fun watching these guys duke it out, battle all evening long, man. There was a lot of ups and downs for a lot of these drivers, a lot of cats, unfortunately, running into some issues here, and, we're going to get ready. We're going to pull Kazi, Mr. Derek Darnell, up here into the broadcast booth himself and see if he's got some words here and thank some of the sponsors or anything else for such a great season, so much fun out there as well, and thank all these drivers, man. We're gonna pull Derek up here into the booth real quick as well. Hey Derek, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Not much, Derek, man. Knowing that this is the championship night, the night of champions here for the Slinging Dirt Series, figured I'd pull you in here and allow you a couple minutes here on the broadcast to, maybe, thank the drivers or any of the sponsors or anyone that made this possible, man, after a heck of a season and a heck of a run. And even for yourself, I'm not sure if you were able to hang on to that third place in points or not, but I figure we can give you the floor here for a few minutes.
No, we did not keep the third place in points tonight. But no, I did it to myself. Lost it in qualifying, man, and it's been downhill ever since that. But other than that, dude, it was a rough season. We started with about 22 drivers. I want to thank everybody that signed up and made this possible. And it started dwindling down about 8 to 9 cars. Got a couple new drivers here and there, and getting new drivers in halfway through a season is I always said no, because you don't know how they drive and what's going to happen. And, it is what it is. Just trying to make a good product for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Always trying to bring more drivers in, trying to have some fun and put on a good show. And man, you guys always put on a good show. Whether or not there was 8 cars out there on the racetrack or 18 cars out there on the racetrack, man, it was always a lot of fun. It was always a good time watching you guys out there on the speedway, duking it out, battling it out, door to door, each and every one of these laps on the racetrack.
Well, I will say this. We're planning on trying one more season to expand. And we're going to start with Super Nationals December the 15th and about $1,500 purse. So 50 spots. It should be a hell of a race to get us going for the 2025 series.
Absolutely, definitely a hell of a way to get things started there. Big money on the line for, bringing in, some big names, some big drivers, man. Obviously, we saw some new drivers in again here tonight and everything else. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, how everything moves forward, how everyone plays out there on the racetrack, especially when you start to put that money on the line. Definitely makes things that much more intense, that much more interesting out there on the speedway when it's, a big difference maker between, an extra paycheck into your pocket or going home with nothing. Some of those drivers tend to take it a little too far, but I mean, it's going to be a good show. I know you guys are always going to put on great events, and I can't wait to see how that one plays out. Hopefully I'll be on the call. I'll have to double check with my schedule and your schedule where we plan everything out, and hopefully we can get it squeezed in there, and hopefully we can get that show in and put on some great racing here again for all the fans in the stands.
Yes, sir. That's the plan, man. We're going to do the Super Nationals quarterly racing next year. So we'll be doing that race 4 or 5 times every couple months. And then we'll just do a little 7 Sunday normal series, 7 race series on top of that. So if you want to get part of it, look us up on Facebook, hit me up, find us in our Discord. But other than that, man, appreciate you for being with us for this season, man. You did a wonderful job, man. Hands down, best.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I always try to put on the best show I can for all the fans in the stands. Whether or not we got 1 viewer or 100 viewers, man, it doesn't matter to me. We put on the best show possible here, and you guys do the exact same out there on the racetrack. As Tanner Peak said, it's quality over quantity a lot of times, and that's exactly what we've had through a lot of these races, and it's been a lot of fun and great shows. And I can't thank you enough for having me up here in the booth and making the calls out there on the speedway for everyone to sit here and enjoy.
Yes, sir. Can't wait to do it again.
Absolutely, Derek. Congrats on the great season. Congrats on another successful season for Slinging Dirt Series. We look forward to working with you again here in the future and putting on some more amazing shows.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there. The man with the plan, the master man, Derek Darnell. Derek coming in, giving us some good love there, giving us some shout-outs to all these drivers coming in, showing the love each and every one of these races, man. Showing up and showing out, man. Always a good time, as Aaron Bowman says, let's go, Bowman. Aaron Bowman coming in, showing the big love. Eric says, best broadcast. I appreciate that, Eric. I appreciate you coming in, showing the love as well, like always, brother, coming in here in this one. And Derek Darnell, or Derek Cat coming in as well over there on Facebook, dropping that like on the stream. I appreciate that, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately, that is going to do it for us here in this one. We're going to be back live again in about an hour or so from now, we're going to be back live for our third broadcast of the evening, our third race of the night here, as we're going to be jumping in with the Sim 500 Cars Tour, as I do believe they are also called super late models, or the late model cars. We head to South Boston Speedway, so another very tight short track racing on the asphalt, though not on dirt. But those Car Tours cars, man, they are absolutely a blast. They're a lot of fun. Last week I think we had 30 something cars show up. It was a bit of craziness out there, but it was a lot of great racing, and it's going to be another good show again here tonight with the Sim 500 series Cars Tour, powered by Complete Motorsports later on this evening. But listen, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in here to this one. Everyone coming in with the likes, the comments, the shares, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. My boy Albert Anderson coming in as well with that like on the stream. I appreciate that, brother, smashing the thumbs up here on the broadcast. But I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and showing the love here all evening long. I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of the family, all the new followers, all the new subscribers, any of the new followers on Twitch and Facebook, man. I appreciate each and every one of you and welcome you again to the Peacemaker family, and we look to continue to keep on growing. So tell your friends, tell your family, hit that like button, dropping those comments, hitting the share button out to your Discords or different groups or your Facebook page helps bring in more fans in the stands and helps us continue to grow. And that's exactly what we plan to do here on Peacemaker Gaming. So make sure you guys do those few things for us. It's absolutely free to do and helps us out a ton. Every like, comment, share helps us grow a ton on the channel. We appreciate everyone that comes in and shows that love and courtesy to us, race after race. But we'll be back here in about an hour from now with some more racing action. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. I can't thank the Slinging Dirt series for having me up here in the booth, and I can't wait to see you guys back in here later on this evening, and I can't wait to see the Slinging Dirt series back in action here in a few short weeks. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all later. Peace out for now, babe. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.
Engines roar, nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler wild, boys laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn ever burned, fortune's late. Sounds heartbeat in a dirt track's blade. Speed 'em up, loose steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight.